Rumba es latino y más variedad.
Supreme merit, feel for my mind up. Your wisdom I seize, full range of knowable. Your eloquent speech adores fortune spiritual teaching specially shine forever. Nigme Sewe Geshe Tenley Dreame Kempe Wampo Jampel Jupung Malu Jom Se Songwei Gang Chen Kebe Sukyen Soka Lo Sang Drape Shabba Soa Oh glorious and precious Kuku, pray take seed of lotus on my caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and oh glorious and precious Kuku, pray take seed of lotus at my caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious Kuku, pray take seed of lotus at my caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remains steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha and Gautamala, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of profound illumination. At that very time the superior Ajahn the Bodhisattva, the great, was looking perfectly at the practice of profound perfection of wisdom, having its inherent existence of the five individuals. Then through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Ajahn the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child go in his train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Ajahn the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this. Subsequently, looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of the inherent existence of the five. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental. There is no eye element and so forth, up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance and so forth, up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom. And because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by on the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state as perfect and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhiso. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Ajahn the Bodhisattva, well said, O child, lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and as the goddess will rejoice. When the the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avishar, the Bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly as well as worldly beings, the humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the three places Dakinis. Chayata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasam Gati Bodhi Soul. Through the power of truth of the exalted three jewel speech, may all on the side of negativity such as the four Mars be stopped. May they become non-existent, and may they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances shanti praise. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified. Conditions. May all be conducive and perfect to auspiciousness. Bring happiness and well-being here right now. Sashi Poki Juxing Mejo Amri Rablinji Nidegen Badi
Good. It's perfect. Huh? Very quiet. It's cool enough. I don't know what number is 75. Do you see up there? Yeah. That's good, right? Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's really cool. Yeah, how huge, a huge electricity bill.
Huh?
Huh?
A big bill.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so far it's 76.
Huh?
76.
76?
Yeah, that's high.
You're never going to win.
Too hard, too hard. Yeah, also, it's just,
75?
Never 70.
really?
It's cold, right? Too cold, right? Feels like too cold? You want to increase a little bit maybe?
I
Put it in like 70, 73, 75?
It's surprising that if you keep it that low. I don't know if you turn it off when we're not in here, then maybe it won't be so expensive, but.
Then this one, I think it's called energy efficient. So it's really,
Yeah, it's also
long energy.
Yeah, I think it's.
Jen will tell us later.
The number of people in here, like it's not super crowded, if it was really crowded, I think.
It'll be, yeah.
Yeah. I think this is also cheaper than before the window ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Electricity wise, yeah, that
Wow, that's good.
takes less electricity.
less energy.
The unit itself is expensive, but the bill will be less. I mean, the utility will be less.
Okay. Now good to he come back. Otherwise, he's translated for all of the words. Right? Sometimes.
So good with the phone.
Oh yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah,
Only in the last time I was in Doha airport,
Yeah.
they were noisy and I couldn't hear you guys. But before that, when I did from house,
Yeah.
it was very clear. I can hear you also.
Yeah, it's good. Okay. Not today we go a little fast because I have to go early. I have to go to the airport. Someone pick up the Jembilamate. Okay. Da kazong anzo chembasum ta joaji paji joaji na ne paji tambosum she ta ibas.
So, so we talked already about the 3 knowers, right? And then we were talking about the 4 applications.
Right? Chembasum what's the 3 novels?
What are the 3 knowers?
Salted no aspects, no.
What the joaji?
4 applications. What are the 4 applications?
Okay. And then namzo jowa the courage in it, na? Namzo jowa the courage in it.
And the complete aspect, application, and what are cause and effect?
Complete aspect application is the cause, peak application is the effect.
Okay. And taji jowa the courage in it, na?
And what about the serial application? What is it cause and effect with?
Causes momentary application.
Okay. Ta kazanganzo namzo jowa she tawachi, tejo she tawachi, taji jowa she ta imbas.
So we talked about all these 4 applications last time, right?
Right? And arwa. And namzo jowa de ane karo. Namzo jowa de chesaji nambala temba matoba tobishido kumbuyo.
And so the complete aspect application is meditated in order to achieve steadiness, yeah, right?
Complete aspect?
Yeah, the complete namsjo, right?
That's correct? No. Namzo jowa karo. Chesaji nambala wa matoba tobishido kumbuyo.
And so it's in order to achieve power or control over the 3, over the aspects of the 3 knowers that one has not achieved before, right?
And tejoga nakoda wa to koyro.
And during the peak application, you achieve the control of power, right?
And then chesaji nambala wa to blana ane karo. Ane chesaji nambala maybe shelosu yitingi to padre what? Langdo to pati.
So having achieved power or control over the aspects of the 3 knower means to have unification of karma abiding and spatial insight, observing the aspects of the 3 knowers, right?
단 타지 주변에 가던 제대지 넘버라 때만 맞다가 투미시도 공부해로 왔어.
And during the serial application, you meditate on the meditate to achieve steadiness of the 3 aspect of the aspect of the 3 knowers, which one has not achieved before.
아니 안 타지 줘서 돼. 아니 선점대 대심제 손원에 진대 날로 쓰지만 다 진달 매워로 왔어.
And the serial application, the boundary of the serial application, is from the path of accumulation, all the way to the prior to the end of the continuum, right? So that means it doesn't exist in the end of continuum.
다 되려서 다 대커들어서 다 이렇게 짐이 좋은 거야. 깨지 지금 독서한 점에 시바란 제대로 넘버라 템바트에 쓰면 이제 깨짐이 주거든. 대나 진대시 되지. 대라이나 넘버 몇백 개지 저 넘버 많이 몇 개지 저 tanyami bakashi, nisim bakashi mishimana, shayos shandos,
This shit mario khana.
tamikit shatare.
So we went through this, right? The last one is the momentary application. So today we go through the momentary application. Last time I think we went through that briefly, right? It says, with regard to clear, complete enlightenment in one moment, the definition of momentary application is a bodhisattva's final yoga that has attained steadiness with respect to the aspects of the three exalted knowers. It and exalted wisdom at the end of the continuum and of the sentient beings are mutually inclusive. So when divided, there are four: the fully ripened momentary application, non-fully ripened momentary application, characterless momentary application, and non-dual momentary application.
No, Howard bought the old library.
Oh yeah, I gotta show you guys these.
What is it? Ani kitchen was your Nakata, Chedi number Tembatoko.
So during the momentary application, you then achieved steadiness with respect to the aspects of the three knowers.
Okay? Tan Chedi number Tembatoko Tanada Karazana, Ani Chedi number Jadja, Shazo Kitchen, Tontachilani, talking at the shade Nibat, and she go.
What it means to have achieved steadiness with respect to the aspects of the three exalted knower is that to be able to
Tontachila, and Chedi number Jadja, and she can shut the Bashko.
And so to be able to manifest the aspects of the the 173 aspects of the three exalted knower within a moment of time.
Okay?
And so whenever you have achieved that kind of power, then that's what it means, have achieved the steadiness, with respect to the aspects of the three exalted knowers.
아니 대전지 촌안에 아니 다 전담 때다바 사그웨 바다 아니 다 대토베시도 곰거려 곰자그러스 대 곰곰는 싹다 전타까지 토바나 아니 되니 니바.
So one engages in the practice to achieve this momentary application from the time one enters into the path, all the way to the prior to the end of the continuum. And then when one achieves the end, and when one reaches the end of the continuum, at that time one achieves this momentary application. And then the next moment of having achieved the momentary application, one becomes fully enlightened.
Okay, 샤토키면다 제와톱 되시겠는데 니지 제와라 아니 저쪽지 된지 찾지라고.
So when we say in a moment, like when you snap a finger, like when a person snaps a finger, and how long does it take, that snapping? How long? What is the duration of that snapping? So divide that into 60, and the 1/60th of a snapping. So that's the moment. So in that short moment, be able to, like focus, or manifest, on all these 173 aspects, of the three exalted knowers.
아니 대와 드라마노 고르마도가 제도요.
And that also, be able to do that, without mistakes, without mistakes, and without, without missing any number of that application, and without, messing, with the sequence of that of that aspects, of the three exalted knowers.
So I have a question about, so is momentary application only happen one time, or does it happen repeatedly? Go through it over and over.
그 깨지면서 어디 당마치마다 자기만 당마치마다 연구가 말하기 따버시 용어가 되게 어렸어. 또 윤다마도 요 말하다.
제다마지 요 말.
또 윤다는 내가 깨지니면은 내가 상계로 오라.
상계로.
내가 요 말하더니.
근데 다 되게 냠내때 독살다.
요 말하다.
다 이칼로 다 요 말상나 가지. 다 냠내때 아주 제오 말 가지.
제오 말아.
가지. 디도는 깔리자고 말 가지.
저거서 절고가 말 되시더라.
좋아지고 말 깔리자고 말아.
So you don't have to apply, the application. The momentary application is you apply only at that time. So of course, once you have achieved Buddhahood, then of course you can do that. It doesn't mean that you don't have. Before that, you are not able to do it. You haven't achieved the steadiness, with respect to the aspect of the three exalted knowers at that time. When you reach, the moment, the end of the continuum, at that time you achieve that steadiness, with respect to the aspects of the three exalted knowers. And then after that, at that time you have to apply the application. You have to, apply the effort, to see that, to do that. Once you have achieved Buddhahood, then you don't need to do that. So it only exists, the application only exists at that time, yes. The application itself only exists at that. After that, you don't have to apply, but you already have it.
Okay? 다들 이해왔으면 남을 한번 많이 받아. 남을 또 좋대 전도대 고대 고대 왔어.
So here, when it's divided, there are four. This is fully ripened momentary application, non-fully ripened momentary application, characterless momentary application, and non-dual momentary application. You understand what it's talking about?
시단 대소 언니 시단 된다 집어랬어. 이제 딱고 미카가 따셔 마시다. 누구가 된줄했어.
So they're all same thing. It's just given a different name.
다 미드 따단 간지 따그나 남을 몇백개 지금 나 아니 그런 게 아니 제대로 나봐 자도 썼으면 난 게 배나 가시 제대로 이제 톱고 가시 톱고 말했어. 그런 제가 톱 선배게 아니 제대로 나봐 자도 나봐 간이 받아 남을 몇백개 지금 좋아서 그래. 가시 배나 남치게 나봐도 마치 톱고 말아. 아니 셴바도 톱 마모 톱고 그래. 왔더니 톱 선바디 누구마다 남을 몇백개 지금 좋아서.
So so during the final continuum, right, the end of the continuum, during that time, the practitioner will be able to achieve some of the aspects and not all of the aspects. So some of the aspects of the three exalted knowers, not all the aspects. Maybe that during that time. So one may not be able to achieve all the aspects of the exalted knower, the exalted exalted knower of all aspect, and exalted knower of all aspect. The aspects of the exalted knower of all aspect might not be able to achieve, might not have achieved at that time. But what he or she might have achieved, is the aspects of the knower of the path and aspect of the knower of the basis, right? So whatever we have achieved, so that's fully ripened. Whatever aspects you have achieved is fully ripened.
And 많이 받는다. 그런 게 제가 톱 매봐야 나나 그런 제가 톱 선배한테 강고면서라 톱 매봐도 좋다. 나오라고 검토 그래서.
And so, and then the non-fully ripened momentary application will be like the aspects of the maybe exalted knower of the all aspect, which he have not achieved, but it will be is able to meditate in the similar of those aspects.
Okay. And then tenny member kitchen is was 다 간트레징 나랑 tenny 가로. 다 가로. 가지 뎀바 맞춰봐. 아니 응어서 또 베이시 세워놓더라고 고개래서. 아니 니스 member 아니 니 동에서 또 베이시 세워놓고 고해야 돼.
So then characterless, actually means like lack of true existence, right? The lack of true existence, moment application, and non-dual,
아니 니 동에서 또 베.
So there's like the emptiness of the dualistic view.
So 다 오마 라제베 저랑 되기도 괜찮은 거 봐.
So usually, when we talk about the Savatantika Madhyamika view, they assert or accept and assert the true, the inherent existence, right? And existing from by its own characteristics, existing by its own characteristics is accepted or is asserted by the Savatantika Madhyamika school. So, but in this case, in this context, what it means like characterless, it means like lack of true existence. So they don't accept or doesn't assert the true existence. And then it says its boundaries are that it exists only at the end of continuum of the sentient being. So you meditate on the path to achieve the momentary application from the path of accumulation, but it's only achieved at the end of the continuum.
Okay. And 다 젠데다 이마스바는 상제도 아니 상제도만 다시 공고 말했어.
And after the final or end of continuum, then one achieves Buddhahood. One becomes fully enlightened, and one have all these qualities, but don't have to apply any efforts to achieve that.
Okay. Yes.
When you're talking about the end of the continuum, is that then the same as the end of the path of meditation?
그러. 준다스든 다 고놈게 타세 주로.
고랑은 담마 샘적이 전담마 샘적 타마라다.
그래, 다 고놈게 타세죠.
고랑 타마로 올랍죠.
Yeah. It's the end of the path of meditation. Yeah, just before the path of normal learning.
Okay. 단 제대지 남발라 땜바 투베드나 그러잖아.
So what does it mean to have achieved steadiness, with respect to the aspects of the three exalted knowers?
Okay. Who can say? Yeah, Deborah.
That one can meditate on all 173 aspects of the three exalted knowers in one very brief moment without taking any mistakes.
Good. Everyone like that? Okay. 당가도니나 고가다 데레스. 다 된다시도 데레까지.
Yeah, so that is what we should understand here.
Okay.
Is steadiness.
아니 만약 사삼 가와에서나
What about the boundary of the momentary?
Okay. Harvard.
The momentary application boundary is
Momentary application, boundary. I don't know that.
Okay,
I'm
look,
sorry. No, I
okay,
don't know. I
okay,
don't wanna pretend I don't.
okay, Mark.
You were gonna
You
I was like, no, I don't know.
단단다 산좀 절다 코다에서 내가 너무 올라서 봐.
what about other people? Huh?
Okay. Who can say? Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, only it says like only in the end of the continuum. It exists
Good.
only in the end of continuum.
Got it? 산좀 절다 코나 예스람 도.
Only at the end of continuum.
Only at the end of the continuum.
Yeah, the boundary
Can you see the text?
of sentient being.
Of a sentient being. So
Yes.
this is at the end of the path of meditation.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, same as
That I understand.
Do you
But when
think-
you ask it like that, I
the boundary. When you talk about boundary, you guys have
The
to.
very end.
You guys have to remember the term boundary. What are we talking about boundary?
Boundary's like the
What's the boundary?
threshold.
Yeah, exactly.
So once you step over that, you're in the path of no more learning.
No more learning,
and
exactly,
You're no longer
yeah.
a sentient being.
Exactly,
fully
yeah.
enlightened.
So here, when you talk about the boundary here, it says it's the boundary that exists only at the end of continuum of sentient being.
Say it like that, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Small mind.
Okay. 다 도와가지 저기다. 깨침을 줘봐 토약이 치다 남 담보다 쪼 담보다 가지 건 거잖아.
And so, in order to achieve the momentary application, when do you start? From which path do you start to meditate to achieve the momentary application?
Okay, Bob.
Path of accumulation.
Solemn.
Yes.
Yes.
You sure? Julia? Yes, no?
Well, I haven't-
Yes.
I think that it starts at the path of meditation.
Of course.
Gomlomne.
Okay. Huh?
The heat level?
No. 단데 데브라 가로 밥도 데브라 코라야 되레스.
Yeah, just like Bob said, same. From the path of accumulation.
가르에서나 다지 줘봐도 가르치는 공부거든. 다지 줘봐도 가르치는 공부거든.
What about the serial application? Why is the serial application meditated for?
Serial application is the cause of momentary application to gain steadiness on the aspects of the three exalted.
Therefore, 되게 사람 가와야 돼.
And then the serial application starts from when? What's the boundary of serial
Okay,
application?
now you can say, You don't see? Can you see?
Boundary of serial application.
Can you see?
Mhm.
Where?
Until the end of the continuum.
Just prior.
Prior.
Prior to that.
Prior.
다무쳐도 다지 주면 되는 줄로도.
So that, yeah, read the definition of the serial application.
Okay, can you read?
The definition of serial application is
A bodhisattva's yoga enjoying with wisdom that serially cultivates the aspects of the three exalted knowers for the sake of attaining steadiness with respect to the aspects of the three exalted knowers.
Good job. 다 대만도 끝임이 주면 되는 줄로다.
and then the definition of momentary application is
Bodhisattva's final
That's good. That in a Taji got chetty number temba mot temba tubich to go with the war. Kitchen you got the temba top the was.
So it says, like in the definition of the serial application, it says, yoga conjoined with the wisdom that serially cultivates the aspects of the three exalted knower for the sake of attaining. For the sake of attaining. So that means not attained yet, right? For the sake of attaining steadiness with respect to the aspects of the three exalted knowers. And then during the momentary application, it says the yoga that has attained steadiness with respect to the aspects of the three exalted knowers. So that's the difference, right? So in the serial application, you meditate to achieve steadiness, and during the momentary application, you have achieved the steadiness.
So it's achieved in momentary.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right. So you have achieved at
Ah,
momentary application.
Taji Sansam count, Sansam the Shinoda.
And then what about the boundary of the serial application? That it exists from the Mahayana path of accumulation. Yeah, you see the path of accumulation through just prior to the end of continuum.
Takijimi Join Sansam the Shinoda.
So the steadiness, right? The steadiness, in order to achieve the steadiness, is started from when? So just like it says in the serial application, the boundary is from path of accumulation. So it started from there.
Okay, now you got it? No confuse, okay? Ta and Kichimu Garo. Kichimu Joa Toya Cheda Lam the Toma Kadigum Gosana.
And so when do you start? In order to achieve the momentary application, when do you start to practice it?
Okay, all right. Go ahead. We just talked
When
about
you start to practice it, you start to practice it.
Okay. Yeah, Marshall.
Path of accumulation?
Yes.
Okay, Julia.
We're like when to start?
Yeah, when do you start to practice?
Momentary application.
No, from when do you start to practice to achieve the momentary application?
The continuum at the end of continuum. The end of continuum.
No, okay.
So it says like the boundary of the serial application. Serial application is practice. Serial application is the cause of the momentary application, right? And so when does the serial application start from? Yeah, it starts from the path of accumulation.
Good. Okay, everyone can say that? Okay, yes.
I was gonna say, I liked Damcho, your last class, when you were talking about the analogy of college. Like you start your freshman year and then you're graduating. I found that very helpful for me.
Yeah, that's good. The Sanjam says though, then in Deba your say, the Batu Yomar says.
So when you talk about the boundary, so it's like from here to here. So it doesn't exist before that, it doesn't exist after that. It only exists during that time.
Okay, that 보인다. 아니 타지 주와 때 고 가와도 주거든요.
So the serial application, where do we start from?
Can you say everyone say? Okay, ask the question again. Yeah. Okay, where? Everyone can say? Can you say loud? Because you say a couple times, then they will stay your mind. You read the book, that doesn't stay your mind. You put a note, that doesn't stay your mind. Okay? Give the question. Maybe be the, who can give the question? Yeah, Jennifer?
Where do we start the serial application?
Okay?
Mahayana path.
Anyone say loud? Okay, where were they? Say again the question.
Where do we start serial application?
Okay, say loud. Okay, where do we start that? What you say?
Where do we start serial application?
Okay, where the serial
Serial application.
serial application? Okay, where they start serial application? Okay, 다 가르치는 공부잖아.
For what?
For what?
Why do you meditate that for? Why do you meditate?
That's good. That's
Exactly.
good. That's good. Okay. Say again. When we start the serious application.
Serial application.
Can you say? Anyone said don't write paper. Can you say? When we start to serious application. Okay. When we start serious application. Okay. When we start the serious application.
Serial application.
Serial application. Okay. For what? Okay, that take it to the kitchen joke at the
And when do you achieve momentary application? Yudala.
Okay.
Yudala was the word.
Kitchen is your toya, the lamp tomac with that to a kagatashana.
And then when do you start, to practice? When do you start to practice the path, to achieve momentary application?
Anyone say? Can you say? When?
From the Mahayana path of accumulation.
Okay, when?
From the Mahayana path of accumulation.
Okay, when? Celia?
From the Mahayana path of accumulation.
Good. Everyone knows how you said it. That's good, okay? Okay. And then Taji what culture gumgur.
Why do you meditate on serial application?
Okay, when you start?
When do you start?
When you achieve the result? When you get the momentary about okay. What the boundary of the Kichijoa?
Momentary application.
What
Boundary
boundary?
of momentary application.
Everyone got it? Are you confused? Not confused, right? Okay. We explain more confused, okay? Just repeat again, mix it stay. Okay? That thing not to Joa Jeshabara, Joa or not, Joa.
So with that, we have finished talking about the 4 applications, right? You're all
Okay.
familiar with that now?
Okay? But even Yaboha Mago, that thing I'm just two other things, the Pachamo Shagara was.
So even if you don't understand it, just hearing, leaves a very good, strong imprint in our mind.
Okay, that choose kana tenem je chebala ratoji taps chibi chesi namba gomta je to ben devon to devo chukeni tena sanje je tela na ngoni ki yulo to sanje sakona yes that is chulo ta ne.
So now the 8th one, is the resultant, truth body. It says with regard to the truth body, these are the 8. And it says definition of resultant truth body is the final result attained by the power of cultivating the aspects of the 3 exalted knowers, which is the means of attaining it. It and Buddha are mutually inclusive.
Okay, can you guys read?
Divided, there are 4.
Can you guys read that loudly? Everyone read together.
The truth body, these are the 8. The definition of the result of the truth body is the final result attained by the power of cultivating the aspects of the 3 exalted knowers, which is the means of attaining it. It and Buddha are mutually inclusive.
Drevuchuku the current driver is na.
So now the resultant truth body is the result of what?
Say again. Oh, good. Rathoji tab and in Chethi number Karitoya, Chethi number the Karitoya Gomgo.
And so the aspects of the 3 exalted knower is cultivated in order to achieve what? Resultant truth body, yes.
Okay, you got it? Easy, right? Tatela and Sanjay Kulkaseda.
And it and what are mutually inclusive? Buddha. And then how many, when divided, how many are there?
4.
What are they?
Nature body, exalted wisdom, truth body, enjoyment body, and emanation body.
Okay, what the difference between that? Okay, Harvard.
With the difference between all the different bodies.
Yeah. Okay, Bob, can you say?
The exalted wisdom truth body is the emptiness of the mind.
Okay.
And the enjoyment body is the body that Buddha has in Pure Lands, teach people there. And the emanation body is the body that the Buddha emanates into in Pure Lands.
Okay.
Nature body, I think, is the Buddha's mind.
Nature bollo.
Monyuku.
Monyak. Moishik. Okay, Jennifer. Do you have different? Who are there? Maybe Deborah. Yeah, you have different.
I'm just not familiar with the English translation, more familiar with the Nirmanakaya, Sambhavikaya, so I wasn't sure which.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Ro.
Elimination body is Nirmanakaya, enjoyment body is Sambhavikaya. Nature body is that Dharmakaya? I don't know
So there are two dharmakayas, two dharmakaya, two truth bodies. Like there's like the form body and the truth body, right? The form bodies, two form bodies and two truth bodies. The two form bodies are the emanation body and the enjoyment body, and then two truth bodies are nature body and the wisdom truth body. It's exalted wisdom truth body.
What's the Sanskrit term for those?
Sanskrit term, I don't know exactly.
Dharmakaya?
We'll call it Dharmakaya for the truth body, and
Anyone knows?
Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya.
Anyone knows? No. Okay. 당간도 간다 사지 당간도 간지 람냠렌치 구바 쪼다는 데 도고 너가도 도고 그랬어. Yes.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
it.
go ahead. Sir.
So you said there was the Sambhogakaya, the Nirmanakaya, the I don't know. Sorry.
You found in the book, or
Yeah, it's in the Janakaya for the exalted with the Janakaya.
Janakaya, and then
And the Swabhava.
Swabhabakaya. Yeah. So anyway, so but Deborah, you said you're familiar with those one, right?
Well,
With the
usually it's three. The Dharmakaya.
Dharmakaya has two, right? So there are two truth bodies. So those are the nature truth body. ngon이거든 가지고 가서 고된데라다.
모두들이야.
So the nature truth body and the wisdom exalted wisdom truth body, those are the cessation and the path. Like the cessation and the path, the cessation of having ceasing all the obscurations, like the obscuration to the delusions and obscuration to the omniscience. So when you have ceased in all those obscurations, then you achieve that cessation. That's the nature truth body. And the path, that to achieve that, the wisdom is like the emptiness, right? The wisdom realizing emptiness, is the wisdom truth body.
Okay, it's good. No.
Wis-
Which one more easy? Which one more easy for you guys? What name you guys use easy? More
Which one you don't understand?
you more understand.
Just the two, the Dharmakaya, not quite.
Yeah, the cessation of having ceased in all the delusions, and the path that ceases all the delusions.
Which one's nature body? That's
The cessation, yeah.
당가서 가다다 산제로 왔어. 가다다 산제로 왔어. 가다다 산제로 가서 뒤지지 시바들라니 이시적을라 그랬어.
So when the person becomes Buddha, right? When person becomes Buddha, the mind of that person becomes the wisdom, the exalted wisdom truth body.
뒤 가다 뒤지지 시바 차상 이시적을자들 다들 산제랬어.
So every wisdom, every mind of that person, of that Buddha, is the exalted wisdom truth body.
뒤지지 시바 차상 다 미시 나시 제시들 다 시바 요새들랬어.
So every consciousness, every mind of the Buddha is the exalted wisdom truth body. That means like the eye consciousness of the Buddha is exalted wisdom truth body.
Okay.
The ear consciousness, nose consciousness, everything, all the mind, mental consciousness is all exalted wisdom truth body of Buddha.
산제지 시바였나 이시적임이 잘하고 그랬어.
So therefore, if it is consciousness of the Buddha, then it is necessarily exalted wisdom truth body of the Buddha.
Okay. 산제지 내차대 시바 이제 산제지 내차대 산제래 왔어.
So what about the attachment in the Buddha? The attachment of the Buddha is an exalted wisdom truth body of the Buddha? Huh?
It's good. Good job. 대자 산제가 내차 세당 또다 차상 빠다랬어.
So Buddha have abandoned all the attachments, right?
배는 간도 둘로
Right? All the attachments?
Yes.
All the attachments?
Yes.
You sure? What about your attachment? So Buddha have abandoned all the attachment, right? So that means the attachment abandoned your attachment too. Isn't your attachment attachment?
지금 자주 말해. 지금 너 말해.
Yeah, Buddha has abandoned your attachment. But you still have it, but he have abandoned it. So you just said Buddha have abandoned all the attachments, right? So your attachment is also attachment, so therefore Buddha has abandoned it.
Why should I? This is the whole now.
I think Bob understands it, right?
You got it. There you got it? No.
You didn't got it?
No, first listen, okay, the question. Nature in a Sanjik Bhavi Achaps.
If it is attachment, it has to be abandoned by Buddha, right?
Yes.
100%.
100%?
Yes.
Kiranji in the Sanjik Bhavi.
So what about your attachment? The attachment within your continuum, is it abandoned by Buddha or not? It is?
Sanjik Mapu in the Chayores.
So that means there is an attachment that Buddha has not abandoned.
He doesn't need to abandon.
Huh?
Huh? Yes, yeah, go ahead.
It's not in his, yeah, that's right, it's not in his continuum. If we're speaking of my attachment, that's within my continuum, not within Buddha's continuum.
Sanjik in the Shaman, the Shachata Mapata.
Correct?
So therefore, that means Buddha only abandoned his attachment. He hasn't abandoned all the attachments.
Yes.
That feels correct.
Then the Sanjik Mapu in the Chayores.
Not all of them.
So therefore, Buddha hasn't abandoned all the attachments, right?
Correct, only within his own
Okay.
continuum.
Cheda Sanjik Numo Chata Chaw Marves.
So that means Buddha is not free from all the attachments.
He is.
He is free of all.
What charge in the Shabamudo?
It's still working.
What does he care about my attachments?
Yeah.
No, he cares about it, but that's different.
Huh?
That's different.
제 작은 유모는 산지 밤에 애착선 저도 가들라.
So therefore, if it is attachment, it has to be abandoned by Buddha or not, right?
Within his continuum, yes.
어때 산 고라지지 유모는 밤 저. 시단 유모는 밤에 맞춰버려.
So he abandoned only his delusions, but he hasn't abandoned all the delusions, right? That's what you're saying?
I still have delusions.
That's what you're saying,
Well, of
right?
course
So he
I-
has not abandoned all the delusions. So Buddha is not free from all the delusions then.
That's actually a good question, because it's like, if he doesn't have attachment, he or she doesn't have attachment, then he sees the attachment in a sentient being, does he or she still experience that as attachment? When he sees it in a, a regular sentient being, does the Buddha experience it?
He or she may be aware of it, but he's
나,
not.
야 이거 debate
But they're not
yeah.
afflicted by it.
Yeah,
They
debate that.
recognize it.
Yeah.
But if you recognize it, you must experience it to some degree.
But I mean, if I see that you're sick, if I see that this person's sick, has gangrene or whatever condition they may have, that doesn't mean I have it. It just means I'm able to recognize that they
Yeah, but
have
the
it.
Buddha's going beyond. It's like, you
Okay, what's your answer?
To me, it's a not.
I mean, it doesn't-
Am I wrong?
Okay, what's your answer?
I could be wrong too, I don't know.
담보 저도 미지가 들어왔잖아. 미지 저도 유모이나 산지 밤에 차를 산지의 유모처나 자와 레와도 저도 내가죠.
So if someone were to ask you a question, is Buddha free of all the delusions? Yes?
대라 대자자에 봐.
So yes, right? 100% yes?
Yeah.
된다. 산지 밤나 밤에 자거래 받는 저도 갈라서.
So if Buddha has abandoned, it doesn't mean it's abandoned?
No.
If Buddha has abandoned, does it mean it's abandoned?
This
What's
is
the reference
this
point? What's the reference point of the word abandoned? Like,
Abandoned,
let me
yeah,
put
means
that
like
back
got
to
rid
you.
of, right? Got rid of.
No, but from.
get out.
From
Get
got rid
out.
of or
Free from
from.
that.
No, but I understand the word, I understand the meaning of the word abandoned. I'm not trying to be cute, but from whose perspective? If we're talking from Buddha's perspective, that's how I'm interpreting your question. Am I interpreting it wrong?
Uh-huh.
So if I still have delusions or whatever, you know.
Exactly. So you have to. It can apply to that too. It may apply to that too. So you have to be like
Very
careful,
specific.
very very careful when you say yes or no.
You could ask if the Buddha abandoned samsara,
Yeah.
Exactly.
but of course,
Yes, of course, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Of course, everyone yes.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
대응에 저거 해줘다. 산지 코 빵 왔다는 저거 가서 yes.
So same thing, right? So has Buddha abandoned samsara?
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone yes. Are you sure?
From his perspective, yes.
100%? Are you sure? That no, right? Okay. How we know?
Say no.
You said no. You said no.
So Buddha is not free from samsara.
No, I didn't say. You said he abandoned samsara, but he actually manifested samsara, so that's not abandoning it.
No, is Buddha free from samsara?
Yes.
Yes.
Free from samsara.
Yes. But that's a
Okay.
different question.
Is Buddha free? Is mixed karos.
All the tawadi.
산지타나 타위 차그레버선 대 거입니다. 가지 산지 빠나 빵고 빵이 차그레버서 다 저다.
So if Buddha has abandoned, does it mean it's abandoned? No? No.
No, right? No, not. Okay?
Abandoned means abandoned.
Now, what means abandon means? What you guys mean? What do you understand, abandon?
If Buddha has abandoned it, is it abandoned?
You're using the same word, so it has to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Henry saying that he hasn't abandoned samsara. In fact, he'll remain in it until the
Yeah.
end of it. So he hasn't abandoned it, but he's not under samsara.
He's not afflicted by it.
Okay. 제다 산지 빠나 빵이 차그레버다.
Chapsa Khunzana.
Yes, 100%.
So if Buddha abandoned it, is it abandoned? No? No? Yes or no?
제단 고아나 산지 빵이 왜 잡서? 고아이나.
So if it's a samsara, is it necessary to be abandoned by Buddha? If it's a samsara, if it is samsara, is it necessary to be abandoned by Buddha?
Yeah, this sentence
Oh,
requires
okay.
a lot of
No,
clarification.
because he can do both simultaneously.
Okay. 산지 마보면 고아지 여다.
So is there a samsara that is not abandoned by Buddha?
Yes.
Show. Give me.
Give me an example. Give me an example of samsara that's not abandoned by Buddha.
So he chose to come back. To, like,
No, what you can say, what do you like to say? Yeah. What do you think? Yeah. What do you think? 제다 산지 고아를 좋아 말해.
So that means Buddha is not free from samsara then?
he has the power, like he can be free from samsara, but he chooses to come back.
Yeah, but he's free from samsara, right?
Yes.
So even though he chose to come back, he's still free from samsara.
He's not afflicted by
So that means he's not in samsara.
Well, you gave the definition here. They are free from the cessation of all delusions. So if you have a truth body, by your definition, you don't have delusions. You don't have
Exactly.
samsara.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So this is the way I see this, and please jump on me if I'm wrong. It's like he's in the Buddha Shakyamuni is like in the ocean, saving the fish. The fish are wet, but he is not. He can be in the ocean and not be wet. He or she. I don't want to get beat up on pronouns.
Okay.
But he or she can be
Okay.
in the water,
Example, we
saving
call it-
sentient beings
Yeah.
who are wet,
Mhm.
who are afflicted by samsara, all the suffering.
Mhm.
But he or she, they do not experience the wetness. They are not afflicted by it. So if you argue, are they in samsara?
Well, that's a, I don't know. That's a very like
Are they located
different.
in samsara?
그래서
Being
그거
a benefit. The
The
answer is
자선을
yes.
열었어요. 심지어도 님도 상계 자선을 열었어. 심지어도 전다도 롬버차를 추 롬버차를. 상계도 추 롬버차.
So, are they physically located in
So you're like saying, Buddha come into this world, like in our world where we live, right? But we breathe and he doesn't breathe.
I'm saying what I said, that he can be here a benefit, and we're in samsara, the suffering, the delusions. He or she can be a benefit, and and he can be physically located in samsara. If we say, samsara by meaning the location. then
Therefore,
he's
not
there.
my main question is 산지 못 보면 너무 어이없다, 간지.
Is there a delusion not abandoned by Buddha? Is there a delusion not abandoned by Buddha? Your 말이었어.
이거 말어봐. Yes. Yes, are you sure? Everyone sure? Okay. Yes, no. 다 저런 거지 너무지 산지 빵 말해. 산지 빵 그래.
What about the delusion in your mind? Is it abandoned by Buddha?
No.
No?
See,
So Buddha has it?
we're gonna go.
No, this is very important, okay?
If Buddha has not abandoned it, then he has to have it. Right?
This is very important to Hakol.
So 뭐 유모 빠면은 then 상골 뭐 유모 요거라.
제잖아. Okay, Buddha doesn't burn your delusion? Buddha is not free from your delusion?
Buddha's not free from your delusion.
Free, yes.
No, abandon, I see what you're saying, because you're using free and abandon.
Yeah, same thing.
Same, right? Same or different?
To abandon something means that you had it in the first place, and Buddha never had my delusion in the first place.
Okay, 쪽방아 줘 인지 때 고르베스.
거랬어 무슨?
Okay?
더 빵을 담보 요 거랬어. 더 연애 때문에 빵 거랬어. 뭐죠? 상기질로 뭐죠? 뭐 가서 더만에 요만했어. 더만에
Okay, that's good. Okay, 간다 제다 산지 뭐보 뉴모 열어봐다 간다.
So there is a delusion that's not abandoned by Buddha, right?
Yes.
There
Okay.
is, yeah.
From the delusion side,
어다
yes.
산지 제다 산지 제지 뉴모 채널 잡아 많이 받아.
So isn't Buddha free from all the delusions?
From his side, yes.
Yes, no.
Isn't Buddha free from all the delusions?
From his side, yes. No, the reference point is important.
No. Okay, 산지 뉴모 채널 잡아 레베스.
So is Buddha free from all the delusions?
From his side, yes.
Okay.
From
제가
my
Koran is
side,
generous.
Okay, his side 그 산지 선다다 아니 산지 뭐보 뉴모 매하다. 맨 창지 뉴모 산지 빵하다.
상계 주님모?
맨 창지
마방세 코세나.
아니 테레지 뉴모 산지 뭐보.
상계 빵배 님모 아예스는 메스.
오케이.
더 코랑 주님모도 메스. 상계 코랑 주님모도 사 빵버레스.
산지 봐. 얘나 산지 뭐보 뉴모 열어.
But there is a delusion that's not abandoned by Buddha, right?
is a delusion not abandoned by from my side. The Buddhas care about me to free my.
Either side, you can say either side. From Buddha's side, we say just.
So even from Buddha's side. So
Sanji
there is a delusion that's not there is a delusion not abandoned by him, right? No?
No, yes, no, yes,
I
no.
say they're all abandoned.
상계촌에 코란촌에 상마방 살았어.
방아선나 산지치는 가도 지 뉴모 방아래.
상계촌에 코란 나는 So from Buddha's side he has abandoned all the delusions?
From
No?
his side, yes.
From his side? So from his side he has abandoned our delusions also?
Now you change the sentence.
No. From his you said from his side he has abandoned all the delusions,
From
right?
his side, he's abandoned.
So from his side he has abandoned our delusions also?
No, you change the sentence now. There you go.
Okay, now you can that 잘하게 쉽잖아.
That's the next question.
Okay, now you can explain.
Oh, I mean.
Is any delusions Buddha 그러고다. 뉴모나 산지 방미 차그래도 자고 말하고다.
So if it is a delusion, is it necessary to be abandoned by Buddha or not?
Yes.
Yes? No?
Yes, no. Everyone yes. 지나수지 뉴모래와.
So what about the delusion in your mind? Isn't it delusion? So is it abandoned by Buddha?
No.
So you just said if it's a delusion, it has to be abandoned by Buddha, right?
But first of all, the delusion's not a thing, so in the.
No, you can make the thought to me clean. How you this is really Buddhism philosophy, how you use that things. You need to really yes, what do you say?
So you're saying like a delusion as if it's a thing. It's empty. There's no such thing as a delusion. The mind stream that misperceives it, the Buddha never abandons until everyone has full enlightenment. But there's no a delusion is a
저기
thing in of
묘모디
itself.
때에다 상계 셈제트면서 상마이보다 상계 빵이야 말했어.
제자 산지 마법 뉴모도 와다.
So therefore, there is a delusion that's not abandoned by Buddha, right? Because there are still sentient beings around.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now we
Yeah. So there are delusions that's not abandoned by Buddha.
Correct.
So it is not necessary, to have abandoned a Buddha if it is a delusion. So it is not necessary to have it abandoned by Buddha if it is a delusion, right? If it is a delusion, is it necessary to be abandoned by Buddha? No, right?
Correct.
So there is a delusion that's not abandoned by Buddha.
Okay,
So there is a delusion that Buddha is not free from.
Okay, I have other question. Can also 봐주기 동안에 try to 말지.
So, okay, simple question. Are you free from the suffering of cow?
Am I free from the suffering of cow?
Yeah.
I am because I am not a cow.
Yeah, you can say whatever you like to say.
Yeah, so you are free from suffering of cow.
Yes, because I am not a cow.
Exactly.
Okay. 제가 저랑 가오면 저랑 가오 그로 봐주면 저 봐주기 동안 말는 도.
So because you are not a cow, therefore you are free from the cow suffering.
I
Right?
understand that, yes.
Right.
Okay. 제가 저랑 봐주면 방래.
So therefore you are free from the cow's attachment, cow's delusion, right?
Yes.
So you are free from cow's delusion.
The delusion that is in the continuum of cow.
So you are free from cow's delusion.
Yes, I am.
So you have
Personally,
abandoned cow's delusion.
I guess I have.
Never had it to begin with, brother.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that cow delusion. So now the cow doesn't have delusion. Because you abandoned it.
Okay. Now, so you have little bit time, okay? You guys discuss about Tamcho, okay? I have to go airport, okay?
Oh, you gotta go?
Yeah, but you guys a little bit discussion, okay? Okay, you just said I have to go, but you guys discussion, but this is very important to you can exercise your mind.
Thank you.
There's something tricky, because monks debate like this again.
This is awesome.
When I'm so trouble to solve, yeah, to start talking about
So, you usually like, when you debate, it's just like a word, right? Just like we're playing now. So it becomes, when you debate so much that, the monks, when they debate so much that they make you say that yaks don't eat grass.
Yeah.
Yaks eat grass, right? But then when you, like with this word like that, you can make them to say, no, yak doesn't eat grass.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, but okay, a little bit discussion with Tamcho, okay? Now I have to go, you can stay there, okay? It's very good exercise. Then next homework we can do next one, okay?
Are we gonna go on with the text, go to the topics, or we're done? We're not done, right?
Mm.
We just go through the topics.
No, we're not done. We have to still couple months.
This one, all this, it's talking about in detail.
But this one, I like to you guys more, debate with the Tamcho,
But
okay?
you want to wait to go over the homework, not with Dom Cho?
Yeah, we can do homework next week.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You guys say just sit. Just sit, okay? I have to go to airport.
Are you seeing,
Yeah, I have to go to airport, okay? More debate, okay?
thank you.
Anyway, we don't have much time.
Yeah.
We don't have much time anyway. Almost actually.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
So in the complete aspects application, we're cultivating a compendium of the, in peak application, we're still cultivating a compendium, but with a union of common binding and special insight, is that
Yes,
right? It's still a compendium.
Compendium, yes. So what else you want to discuss?
I didn't quite understand the divisions. Could you briefly go over those again?
Oh, which one?
Of the momentary application?
Oh, the momentary application, yeah. So these are all sin is happening at the same time. It's happening. So it's just a different name given to it. Like, it says a fully ripened momentary application. So during that time, even though you have not achieved all the aspects, all the aspects of the three exalted knowers. So you might achieve only the aspects of the certain ones, like the knower of the basis and knower of the path, but not the knower of complete knower of all aspects. Like we're talking about three knowers, right? Three knowers, the knower of all aspects, and knower of the path and knower of basis. So knower of all aspects, is like the omniscient mind, knowing everything. Right? Knower of all aspects is knowing everything. So that's achieved only when you achieve Buddhahood, when you become fully enlightened. And that's the same as omniscient mind. So omniscient mind means like knowing everything, right? Knowing all aspects. And so so the aspects of the all, the aspect of the know of all aspects is not maybe achieved at that time. So that's like, it's not achieved. So therefore it's like a non-fully rapid. So but you have a similar to that, but not actual one, not actual aspect of the all aspect of the aspect of all knowers. The knower of all aspect, the aspect, and is a knower of all aspects. So the aspect of the knower of all aspect is not achieved at that time. And so that's only achieved, during the Buddhahood, right? The actual ones, but the similar one you have at that time. But the actual one of the knower of basis and knower of path is achieved, so that would be like fully ripened in a momentary application. So what you have achieved is fully ripened, and what you have not achieved, but you have the similar one, is non-fully ripened.
So when are those achieved?
So don't achieve when you become Buddha. Like I said, the omniscient mind is only achieved when you become Buddha.
So the moment that you become Buddha?
Yeah, so moment you become Buddha, then you achieve all of them, yeah. So you have all of them. So you have achieved, the steadiness with respect to the aspect of all three knowers. So during the momentary, you have achieved similar, not to the all aspect, but to some of the aspects.
So you have achieved all 27 of the knower of basis, all 36 of the knower of paths, but could you have, but none of the 110?
No. So like the similar ones, some you have, some you have.
Some
It
you have.
depends, depends on individuals. Right? So that's what Geshe says. It depends on the individuals. Some have achieved some, and some have not achieved all of them. So therefore, it's not fully rapid. So whatever you have achieved, you are fully rapid. Whatever you have not achieved is non-fully rapid. And then the characterless means like lack of true existence. Non-dual means also same thing. So these are all actually mean same thing. They are not contradictory with each other. It's just in terms of the name.
And so then, when you talk about having gained the steadiness with respect to you're saying that for the aspects of the exalted knower of all aspects, that you say you only achieve them as a simile?
Similar, yeah.
So does that mean that you don't have, it's not a realization?
Oh well, you can have there's not the aspects of the, like I mentioned, like an omniscient mind, or like, it's easier to say omniscient mind, but it means like the same knower of all aspects, and omniscient mind is same. So it's just that like when you say aspect of the knower of all aspects, it's confusing. So the aspect of the omniscient mind, you only achieve only when you the actual one you achieve only when you become Buddha. Right? So similar one you can achieve at that time.
Okay.
So that's you have achieved the similar one, but not all of them. So therefore, that's why it says like fully rapid and non-fully rapid. That's the only difference. But it means actually the same. And then you understand about the resultant truth body, the division. Some people have still confusion about that.
Can we talk more about that? So the enjoyment body, is it correct? I heard someone say that's the Pure Land body. Is that the correct answer?
Yeah.
But it's a form body.
That's the form body, yes. So the truth body, the emanation body and enjoyment body are the form body. Natural body and exalted wisdom truth body are the truth body. There are two truth bodies and two form bodies. Two form bodies called Rupakayas and Dharmakayas. Two Rupakayas, two Dharmakayas.
So the nature body I have written down is from cessation.
Yes.
But what is it? Like, is that the rainbow body? I mean, cessation creates it, but what is it? What is it?
So the cessation is a freedom. Cessation means freedom. So when you have achieved, that's the Buddha's mind. Also, it's the Buddha's mind.
Mind, not a body.
It's like the emptiness of the mind. Mind and emptiness of the mind. Like talking about emptiness of the mind and the mind itself. So the wisdom truth body is the mind, and the nature truth body is the emptiness of the Buddha's mind.
I learned not from this text, but I think in a practice I know that there's the Nirmanakaya, Sambhogakaya, Dharmakaya, and Swabhavakaya.
Yeah,
That's the enjoyment body, the Dharmakaya is the enlightened mind, Sambhogakaya is speech. And Nirmanakaya is the body.
Kaya means body, so they all are body.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Kaya means body. So Sambhogakaya, they're like four bodies, four bodies of the Buddha, or four kayas of the Buddha, it's the same thing. Kaya means body. So the Nirmanakaya is the emanation body.
Okay.
Like so Buddha emanating as such and such, to beneficent beings. And then the enjoyment body is where Buddha actually resides in the Pure Land. And usually, of course, where Buddha is, always surrounded by the bodhisattvas, the bodhisattva disciples. So those are the, like, I don't know, so there's like some 5 or 7 characteristics of the enjoyment bodies that is always surrounded by bodhisattvas, Arya bodhisattva, not just bodhisattva, but Arya bodhisattvas. So it has to be superior bodhisattva in order to be able to see the enjoyment form of the body, the form of the Buddha. You have to be Arya bodhisattva, superior bodhisattva, a bodhisattva who have realized emptiness directly. So you have to be that. and so then that's the enjoyment body. And the truth body is within himself. It's not like outside the actual, like body, like physical body, but it's the mind, of the Buddha. So wisdom truth body truth body is the Buddha's mind. So every Buddha's mind, every mind of the Buddha is the wisdom truth body. Every mind, like even his eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, the body consciousness, they all are wisdom truth and a wisdom truth body. So if it's the consciousness of the Buddha, it is necessarily wisdom truth body of the Buddha. So there's the saying, like also it's the Buddha's, and the hand is Buddha's body, the Buddha in a wisdom truth body.
But the Buddha can, automatically rotate from any of those bodies. It's really just one body. Right?
It's just one body, yeah. So they're all, exactly. Okay, a little bit clearer?
Yeah, that part's clear.
Thank
you.
Thank you very much.
Good.
How's your mom?
Sorry?
How's your mom?
Oh, my mom. She's good, thank you. She's much better. She had lost her appetite, and she wasn't eating good, so she became very weak, and then her heart was like not beating as many times as it should. Like 40 is the minimum we can go, right, usually, and normal is like 60 to 100, and then hers was like at that time it was like below 40. So below 40, and then they had to put in a monitor. They didn't do much, they just gave her rest, gave her some, the IV water, and then put her in the rest and in the bed, and then just keep on monitoring. And then when I got there, it was like a little bit above 40, so 45, 46. Then within a day or two, it went up to like 60. And then like doctor came and saw, and then maybe she's like doing mala all the time, and she has the rosary, and she's doing monitoring all the time. And so maybe they said, oh, you're doing that? Oh, it got better by itself. They didn't give any medicine, so it went up. And of course, like she was happiest to see us. Also, both my sister and me, we went from here, to see her, and she was very, very happy. And then she started to make, like a talk and make a joke, And so I just went there, and I was like not sure, how serious she was. And I said, do you recognize me? Isn't that Tamjo Rinpoche? She was playing the joke, teasing me. And then my uncle, one of her brothers, she has 4 brothers, all younger than her, all still around, and so the second youngest one, he went with a hat and then mask, and he just came out from outside. It was dusty, so he has mask, and then he looked at her, and then, do you recognize me? And he says, isn't that old man called Babu? It's like her younger brother, like 12 years younger than her. Isn't that an old man called Babu? And so like she was teasing, trying to making joke with people like that. So it was very good. It was in a general ward. They have like a private cabin, but you have the private cabin didn't have all those machines, to monitor, and so we couldn't bring her to the private. But it was much easier if you had a private, then you can have many people around, and you have a proper, like a bed, for a helper to sleep with. But in the general ward, it's like so many people around, everybody. So you can only one person, is allowed to be with her at a time. And then when there are like 2, 3 of us, the policeman will come and with a big stick and then chase everybody like, go out, go out. In Kathmandu, it's like there's a special hospital for heart. It's called a heart hospital, and because she had a heart failure, so she was admitted with that. It was very interesting, a very good experience for me to see. Like I forgot how it was in Nepal before, because I got so used to here. I myself worked in the hospital here, and then I know how people are treated. Our patients are treated so much respect, with so much respect. There you don't have any respect.
Oh, really?
And like they shout at you, go sleep. What are you doing? Why are you standing up? Go back to bed. They scream at you, right? And then so they don't do anything. The nurses, they just write a medicine, and they just tell you what medicine to give, and they don't give it. You have to give it yourself. The person who is there has to.
I like that.
Yeah. You have to be there all the time, and then it says, oh, go and get this urine test, and you have to take the test yourself and over there. You have to do everything by yourself. The nurses just tell you, they don't do anything. And then if it's standing the patient up and taking to the bathroom, all have to be done by yourself. So no, the
What if
nurses
you can't
don't
do it? Then what?
Huh?
Yeah.
What do you can't do? You gotta crawl, and what happens if you can't do it?
No, the helper, your family, a family member has to be there.
Oh, you have to provide your own help.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
so,
Oh, that's
one of us had to be there all the time with my mom. It was very interesting. I mean, it was good, so like, you like become very active, So I was told, to get the report of this, and I have to go by myself to go to the lab, and I was standing there waiting outside, and then nobody's coming, And then I said, what's happening? I'm looking out, and then guy from inside says, come inside. So I had to go like all the way inside the lab, to get the report. But there was like a window, where you can get it. But it's not like that, you just go inside. And some people, they like don't even stand in line. They like just go straight into there, and then they look, for the report by themselves.
Oh my goodness.
That was like very funny. And then in the time, when I was there, my mother, she wanted to go to, my sister had gone to get something outside, and so she had to go to the bathroom. And then she had to go to the bathroom. So when I came back, the bed was empty. My mother was not there. So what happened? And then she went to a bathroom, and there was another lady, her and a granddaughter was there. The old lady, her granddaughter was there, and then my mom asked the granddaughter, to help her to go to the bathroom, and the granddaughter just took it and took her to the bathroom. So it was like very friendly. People were like very friendly and help with each other. And then sometimes, like when we were sitting there, and if the old ladies in the family are not there, the old lady will ask us, oh, can you help me with that? And then we'll help her. And then so it was very good. And then everybody is like, they all share there's no confidential. Everybody, what happened to you? Well, I got a surgery in my heart. What happened? And then they put 2 tubes in my heart, and they tell everything about it. And then the family, like our family, like backgrounds, oh, how many children you have? And there was one old man, and he had 3 wives and 20 kids. So he said he got married 3 times. He said the first wife he had 7 kids, and the second wife he had 7 kids, and then now he was with the 3rd wife, and he doesn't even remember, and he was asking, how many kids did we have together? And the wife said, we had 6 kids, so like 14 and 6, like 20 kids. And I was like, and then this old lady, she was telling about all her, and then the husband also was there. Husband came and they were telling about they had 3 sons. So the oldest one has a son who already has a son. So there was like the grandson, and she was very happy. And she was just like that great grandson. Wants to see that. She wants to live long enough, to see that.
Sure.
Because the grandson is already 13, so in maybe a few years, he can have a child. So it's like, and then this old lady, she had 3 sons. The youngest son had 2 wives, and the youngest son came with the younger wife, to serve the mother, they stayed. And then later, the older wife, came there and stayed there around, so I was like.
See, they can have multiple wives.
Yeah, multiple wives, yeah. If they agree within each other. There's no law saying that you can or you cannot. There's no law, but if it is within themselves, they can do that.
At the same time.
At the same time, yeah. And in Tibet, like, 3 brothers will have 1 wife.
Tuku Urban, I think, had 2 wives.
Huh?
Didn't Tuku Urban have 2 wives? Because the 2 sons are.
Oh, could be, I don't know.
This was I know even in Taiwan up to like 50 years ago it was common.
Yeah. Like in Tibet, it was very common. If you have 3 brothers, 3 different wives, big argument. Like big fight, right? So 3 brothers, only 1 wife, and then there's no argument, So, but the wife has to be very, very, like, clever and very, like, organized. Be fair with all of them.
Oh, that's
If it's like he's young, he's handsome, I want to go with him. No, that's not good. So she has to be very fair with all of them, like that. Then of course it's possible. Otherwise, yeah.
If you see the older houses in Taiwan, you can see where there's like 1 main room for like the senior wife,
Yes.
and the other wives more junior.
Exactly, right.
The more junior, the smaller the room.
Yeah, like in olden days, of course, then the kings, they have like 100 wives, like that.
Good concubines.
Concubines, yeah. It's good to meet you. Oh yeah.
You want to go to the show?
categories and the topics, because it said that the peak application was mutually inclusive with achieving through engagement. I think it says achieving through engagement, peak application was mutually inclusive.
Oh, I
with
see,
that.
yes, yes.
And even, and that's one of the topics though, one of the 10 topics of the exalted knower in all aspects. Is it?
Oh, so the Jukduk, right? So that's achievement through engagement?
Yeah. So I was looking at peak application and it says mutually inclusive with achieving through engagement.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the 4 achievings in the 10 topics for the exalted knower of aspects,
Mm-hmm.
so one of them is achieving through engagement. Is that the same thing? Like is that topic the same when it?
Could be, I'm not sure exactly. So that's in the topic, right? So 10 topics of the exalted knower of the whole aspect.
Yeah.
So the first one is the mind generation precept, and then we have the 4 branches of definite discrimination,
So
natural abiding lineage, and then where do you see that?
So number 8 is achieving through engagement.
Okay, number 8, achieving through engagement.
We haven't gone over the topics yet, but I was only asking because for peak application, it said mutually inclusive with that.
Yeah,
I was
so.
just trying to understand the relationship between.
So yeah, so that's what I mean. That's why we check with like the definition,
Yeah.
of the achieving through engagement. What is that? And then does it match with the definition of the peak application? So you can check. So you can check that with the definition. So that's what I'm trying to see here.
Oh, I
So
see.
here it says is the Bodhisattva's yoga practicing and application of some type of Mahayana cause and effect doctrine, mainly through joyous effort. So that's the definition of achieving through engagement, right?
Okay, so it's not the same.
So it says practicing and application of some type of Mahayana cause and effect doctrine, mainly through the joyous effort. And then so the peak application.
That's a different definition.
No, I mean, of course, the wording will be different,
Yeah.
but the meaning has to be same. If it's same, then that has to be, then it will be exactly the same. So the it and achievement through engagement. Through engagement are mutually
The boundaries are the same.
boundary are same? Yeah, could be, so yeah, could be same, yeah.
So,
Yeah, we'll have to see.
okay. But it's interesting though, so, well, yeah, I guess we'll wait till we get there, but to think that a
Achievement through
category could be
engagement.
a topic for another category? I mean, like if peak, yeah.
Oh, so I see, so I see what you mean, like, so yeah, I don't know, the topic, I mean, it doesn't have to be like, it's the aspect of that, like, so the aspect of, not aspect, but like the know of all aspects, so that's the category and the topics, of that category.
Right.
So I don't think every topic of that category has to be that category. Like, like here talking about mind generation, right?
Right.
So mind generation is a bodhicitta.
Right.
And so bodhicitta is not that aspect nor of all aspect.
Right.
So even though it is under that category.
Oh, no, I mean, I know that it's not, I know that those 10 categories aren't the exalted knower of aspects, but but the category of peak application.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, so that's what I mean, like, it doesn't have to be that, it could be that also, like doing the peak application, you can have a mind generation also.
Yeah.
So mind generation can be the peak application also, right? So there is a bodhicitta, it's
Yeah,
during
yeah.
the peak application, the peak application was the boundary of that.
Heat level of the
Yeah.
process preparation, and the
Continue, right? So during that time, you have the mind.
Yeah.
So you have that topic, and also during that in that category also. You can have that topic in that category.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm not.
So it doesn't, I don't know exactly what, how it is divided, in what way, but, so it says the 10 topics, of the so usually, like it's talking about the complete aspect application and the peak application, they are the cause and effect, right? So during the complete aspect application, and you are, meditating to achieve control, over the aspects of the aspects of the three exalted levels, and during that time, that means like you achieve your, you're trying to cultivate calm abiding and special insight. So the unification of calm abiding and special insight, absorbing, over the aspects of the three exalted levels. So at that time, you're striving or you are practicing to achieve that, and during the peak application, you have achieved that. You already have achieved the unification of calm abiding and special insight, focusing or observing, on the aspects of the three exalted levels.
Still as a compendium.
Well, compendium, means like combined.
Combined, right.
Combined, yeah. So combining, with the practice, of the calm abiding and special insight.
So I know that you achieved the.
So in the definition, you can see in the definition also, right? Conjoined with the wisdom highly transformed from the minor part of accumulation that cultivates a compendium, of the three exalted levels. So compendium is actually, the combining, all three, the three exalted levels, the aspect of the three exalted levels. So with calm abiding and special insight. So that's the main thing, So having achieved, calm abiding and special insight, and not having achieved, but striving to achieve that during the complete aspect of the application, and then during the peak application, you have achieved it. So that's like, in the other word, it says like, striving to achieve control, over the aspects of the three levels, of the application of the three exalted levels, which means you are striving to achieve that calm abiding and special insight, observing the aspects of the three exalted levels. And during the peak, you have achieved the control over that. That means you have achieved unification of calm abiding and special insight, observing the aspects of the three exalted levels. So when you talk about this in this way, it's so easy, right? You say, but when you debate, it's difficult.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes when you debate it, you can only say yes or no. Yeah, no. Yes, from Buddha's point. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Yes or no.
Oh, yeah.
And then you switch the words around.
Right.
Can you answer with yes or no? So they even ask you a question. Can you please, can you answer with yes or no? Can you answer with yes or no? And then if you say yes, then you can only say yes or no.
So you get funneled.
Which then you have to explain yourself.
Yeah, well, like in Tibetan, in debate, we have four answers, right? So 4 yes or no. So,
Or no probation.
exactly, yeah. So probation and no probation, or yes or no, So means like accept, and then you say why. So if I say is table permanent, and you say why, that means no. And is table impermanent, you say accept, that means yes. So accept, why, and so no pervasive. No pervasive means yes, and then you say it's reason unestablished. So no pervasive means yes. Reason unestablished means no. Yeah. So so if it is a delusion, it has to be abandoned by Buddha. Then you say reason not established. That means no. And then if it says no pervasive, that means yes. So yeah, so there's no other reason to prove that there is no delusion. There's no delusion that's not been abandoned by Buddha. So that means yes. So every delusion, if it's a delusion, that's abandoned by Buddha. So then if it's a delusion, is it necessarily abandoned by Buddha? If you say reason not established, that means no. It means like the reason you're giving to prove that Buddha has abandoned all the delusion is not established. So there's these four answers. So if it says de means accept, chi means why, not, answer yes or no, four answers. There's a four way of saying, you know. So depending on how you ask the question. Right? So if is table permanent? And then you say why, you know, teacher why, that means no, right? So is it stable? So but then I said, if it's a table, is it necessary to be permanent? Then again, see the way I ask the question, you know. Then you say reason not established. You know, instead of saying no, you know, a teacher or no, you say reason not established, which means no, not necessary. So if it's a table, it is necessary to be permanent, and you say no because the reason not established. And if I ask same question, you know, if it's a table, is it necessary to be impermanent? And then it says no pervasiveness. Yes, there's no reason to not accept that. That is yes. That means yes, it is. So this is the way you ask question. And from there, then you are always told to answer in these four ways, you know, four answers. Yeah? So if I ask this way, then you say yes or no. If you ask this way, you say yes or no. That's all. You know, so in English, of course, you can just say yes or no. So please answer it with yes or no, yes or no answer. So if it's a Buddha, is it necessary that he has abandoned all the delusions? Yes or no?
Yeah, but we're not allowed.
No, in English, but you have one and two. Right? You can't say you don't understand the issue. No pervasive.
See, it's
why or
it's
accept.
It's interesting because in the U.S. legal system, like if you were cross-examining me, like in a court, I could go back to you and demand that you clarify your question.
Yes, you know. So
you follow what I'm saying? I could make, you know, I could require you to say,
yeah, you know,
your
so that's the
question's
answer.
not a correct question. Please clarify.
So answerer and debater, you know, so there's two, right? Answerer and debater. So debater only asks question. Answerer only give answer.
Forced to only answer. Can't go back.
Yeah, you can't go back. Yeah, you can't go. You have to prove your point by answering, not by debating. You can question the question. You don't question the question.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
It seems so short.
You answer the question. You don't question the question.
You can't question the question.
Yeah, exactly. You have to answer the question.
That's much
But
harder.
it's so short and sweet the way you told it. It seems like you can just cut off debate with a simple answer.
Yeah.
But you could take long for hours.
That's right. Yeah, you can go off like that. You know. So if you say yes, you know, that's a problem. If you say no, there's a problem. That's all. But then, of course, when you are asked to give explanation, then only you can give explanation. Otherwise, before that, you can't say, oh no, yeah, only in Buddha's, you know. Yeah, from Buddha's side, he has abandoned all the delusions. So what do you mean by Buddha's side, he has abandoned all the delusions? Right, so from Buddha's side, has he abandoned my delusion?
Sure.
Yeah.
So
it means like abandon, again, you know, like the word abandon means almost like free, right? So free, it means like free. If you have abandoned, that means you're free. If you're free, well then again, like someone said, when you abandon, you have to have it, and then you have to, you said that, right? You have to abandon. You abandon when you have it. If you don't have it, you don't abandon. Yeah, in order to abandon, you have to have it. Is that right?
To have had it.
Yeah, you have had it, yeah. So if you didn't have it, then you can't abandon it. Right? So you never had other person's delusion.
You can't abandon what you've never had.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
But never have had it.
You never had it.
Yeah, here we go again.
It's just it's
Okay.
a circle.
It's interesting. No, it's good. So the person asking the question in my mind has an
So what if you say, yes, Buddha has abandoned my delusion?
No, he didn't have them. Reason not established. Yeah, we didn't establish that he
Yeah.
ever had them.
So what if I say, yes, Buddha has abandoned my delusion? Then what will you say? What will be your next question?
why?
No, you don't have it.
Yeah,
We're not allowed to ask a question, we can
I'm not
only answer.
going about those four types of answers, okay? I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
I'm just saying in general, right? So if someone says, the Buddha has abandoned your delusion, he can't?
No,
He's not free from your delusion?
he never had them.
Yes, he's free from my delusion.
So he has abandoned all the delusions, right? He has not abandoned all the delusions? So Buddha has not abandoned all the delusions. Huh?
He choose to keep some delusions.
Sorry?
Buddha choose to keep some delusions.
keep some delusions?
Well, this is getting very interesting.
So that means Buddha has some delusion.
Yeah, he can. He is able to get rid of the delusions. But in order to stay in samsara to help sentient beings, he chooses to keep some.
Some delusions, right? So he has some delusions then.
No.
No. So okay, so one person answer. Okay, so that's the other thing I wanted to say. It's like, you know, you
One
guys are
at a
all
time.
answering different questions, different answers, giving different answers. At the same time, one person answers the question. One person asks the question, and if you don't accept it, of course you can debate to him. And you can debate to him, right? So you can debate to him. Don't say no. Don't answer to his answer. Okay?
Right.
But debate to him.
Yeah.
Right?
So you're saying
So like that's how it's done in the monastery. Like when one person answers and you don't accept his answer, then you can debate. Even though I'm asking this question, right?
Yeah.
I'm asking this question to him, but you don't accept his answer, so you can debate with him, and then you can bring your point, to prove that what he said is wrong, and then I try to bring my point why he said it's wrong. So now we are fighting. Like you want to prove your point, I want to prove my point, so I'm pushing you away, and then I'm talking to him, then he said no, let's do this way. So you're pushing me away. So that's how you look like they're fighting. When the monks are debating, and then sometimes like they pull they pull you by clothes and they tear the clothes so and they push them really like throw you on the ground when you push
should be
it.
big to be a good debater.
No, you don't have to be. You have to be smart.
start hitting each other.
So now,
They're good for reference.
so Wang, right? Wang?
Yeah,
Wenqing. So Wenqing said Buddha has chose to keep some delusions. So that's what. So who wants to debate?
So you're saying that the Buddha has delusions?
No, I have.
Push Jen away.
If Buddha exists in the Buddha land, then means that Buddha does not have any delusion. But if this Buddha exists in samsara, it means he must keep some delusion.
The Buddha needs delusions to be in samsara?
Yeah, only him. That's right. It's hard.
So the Buddha is not free of delusions.
So Buddha needs delusion to be in samsara? That's our question.
Yeah.
That's a good answer, I think.
What?
Yeah, that Buddha needs a delusion to be in samsara. Yeah, otherwise, how can he be samsara, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, so now prove it. Prove it that you don't need to have a delusion to be in samsara. Come on, use your brain. Anybody else? Can anybody else? Now Jen said, he said that, right? So you need to have some delusion in order to be in samsara.
But that's a dualistic mind.
No,
Samsara,
question.
nirvana. Like the Buddha transcends both. There is no more a duality in that mind stream.
Is that a question or answer? You have to ask him question.
So does the Buddha's mind stream have a dual perception?
I don't know.
Is that an acceptable answer in a debate? I don't know.
You can't say I don't know. You have to give some answer.
Forced.
Yes or no? So does Buddha have, what's it, dualistic mind?
A dualistic mind.
Yeah, Buddha have dualistic mind?
No.
No?
No.
But doesn't he have a delusion? Yeah, is that your next question?
Right, because it's a contradiction if you say that there's a delusion but a non-dualistic mind.
Yeah. So now he's saying that Buddha doesn't have a dualistic mind, but Buddha has a delusion, right? So you can say that, yeah, that's okay. And so now you can say, no, the dualistic mind is not a delusion. Can you say that? You can say that, Wenqing, you can say that to him. And then now he has to prove that dualistic mind is a delusion to you.
Okay, now, dualist mind is not a delusion.
Exactly, yeah, there you go. How do you prove that? So anybody idea that dualistic mind has to be delusion. If you have any reason to prove, then you can ask that question. So that's how debate goes. So now he has given you an answer. Dualistic mind doesn't have to be a delusion.
So-
Buddha doesn't have a dualistic mind, but Buddha has a delusion.
So to do this properly, I would refer to a scriptural source.
Yeah, you can do that.
And say by definition, a Buddhist consciousness is not
Then you can
Buddhist
say,
nature.
what about the point where Nagarjuna or where Buddha said in this text, Buddha said that when you quote from that, then you have to accept it. Of course, if there's a quote there, that's said by Buddha, Nagarjuna, Lama Tsongkhapa, then you have to accept that. Then we have to accept that, right? So you have to prove that also. But how do you have a text quotation?
Not
Says that
memorized.
if it is a dualistic mind, it has to be a delusion.
Yeah, isn't that like one of the main objects of meditation that you would, why do they?
What is the dualistic mind anyway?
They see that the
See self
subject
and
and
other.
object as different substantial entities.
What does that mean?
It's the self of phenomenon, like it's like the coarse selflessness of phenomenon. It's to, so it is a delusion because it's a wrong view. It's like.
So what you say is dualistic, right?
Yeah.
To see the subject and object as a separate or different substances.
Yeah.
Substances, right?
Substances.
That's what is it? What does that mean? Different substances, what does that mean?
Well, you read inherent existence. Because if I see Jennifer as different, I'm seeing myself or someone else inherently existing. And so in enlightenment, that is dissipated.
No, but when you say subject and object, right, dualistic, like seeing the subject and object as a different substances. Subject and object are different substances. What does that mean?
Unrelated.
Unrelated?
Unrelated.
There's a division, they're separate things.
No, isn't it,
So the
a
dualistic,
self-phenomenon?
does it apply to everything, or is it only from the mind-only school's view?
No.
I mean, of course, different tenets have a different explanation about dualistic view, right?
But would you-
So that when we say subject and object, right? Subject and object, as a dualistic, like subject and object, seeing the subject and object as a separate entity or substances. By the mind-only school, what does it mean? By the Madhyamika, do the Madhyamika school use that term, dualistic?
Well, to my knowledge, the mind-only school would say everything is a projection, a karmic projection of your mind. It's an
a dream.
artificial
It's
construct.
like a dream, yeah.
The nature of mind. That's why it says mind-only, right? Mind-only.
But, yeah.
So in the mind-only school, it says that whatever object you see is created by your mind. Is that right? So that's why it has to be like related with the, like you said, related with the mind and the object. So every object you see is created by your mind. And every object is created by your karma. So every object that you experience is created by your own karma.
But what about?
This house that you're in here is created by your karma. Your individual karma. Huh?
But what about the solitary realizers? I'm sorry, Bob, go ahead. We talked about the main object of meditation of the solitary realizers is a non-duality. But it's not
Non-duality,
that, it's not the same as the mind-only school.
Exactly, yeah. So, but different way, so it's explained in different ways, by mind-only school and by, the Madhyamika school. I don't think they talk about that in the lower schools, but Madhyamika school, the middle way school, the Savatandeka and the Pasangika also have a different way, of explaining that. So the mind-only school, is the main thing, so that everything is same, with the created by mind. Everything is created by mind. Like this house that you are in here is created by your mind. potential, the karma or the potential, right? So the karma ripens into two parts. One becomes the object and one becomes the subject. So this house that you're in is created by your mind, by your karma. Yeah. And so the house, the gompa that is used by Jennifer is created by Jennifer.
Mm.
Yeah. Nobody is made it here. Okay, I'm going to create this for you. It's not like that. You created yourself.
Mm.
So same with everything. Like the road that you're driving is created by you. Nobody built it for you.
And we experience
You
it
know, and
separately.
like the airport, where you're landing, the airplane that you're coming in, airport, where you can land, the airplane on which you're flying, where you can land, the airport is also created by your mind. It's created by your karma.
We started this conversation saying, what is non-duality? And
Yeah.
But it isn't, but isn't there a coarser level of non-duality that refers, like when we were studying the knower of paths, there was the knower path that knows the solitary realizer's path,
Yeah.
and their main object of meditation is the the non-duality.
Non-duality, yeah.
Right, but that's not the same as the Chittamatra non-duality.
So yeah, exactly, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
so-
not so this
so,
one
but it-
this one is
yeah.
according to the Sabbakantaka Madhyamika's view, right? So this whole text is according to the Sabbakantaka Madhyamika's view. And so in that, what does it mean by non-duality? So subject objects.
Right, exactly.
So seeing the
like
subject object as different entities.
Exactly.
So what does that mean?
Um,
So how is that delusion?
Seeing the subject is, because you see because it's, you see self in, the self of phenomena, right?
Self of phenomena,
Well, it's a delusion because you conceive of the self.
So that's the delusion. So when Ching, you accept that? We're talking about your answer and you're not that.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So like that, so when you debate, you have to point it. You have to point the debate. And you can answer anyway. Your answer person can be easy in a way that you can say anything you want. You can say yes to no, no to yes, anything. But when the person who debates, has to prove the point. But then when you say yes or no, then you might ask explanation. You might ask explanation, and then you say, so what's the definition of the peak application in the end? So then you have to say, read the whole definition. You have to be able to read that. But otherwise, you can say, or you can say something else, for the definition, something else, that's not in the text. And then you say, okay, but in the text, by such and such, like here with Chokyi Gyaltsen, it's both in the text. So we accept that. Whatever he gave the definition, we accept that. Therefore, you can read that. Oh, isn't the definition of these, these, according to the Chokyi Gyaltsen, and then you read that, and you can debate it that way. But for person answering that, you can answer anything. You can say yes, no. You can give a different definition. But then to prove, then you have to, quote the right definition. Okay. All right. So I think the time is over. So
Yeah.
let's do the quick dedication.
Thank you.